Yeah. 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 Testicles. 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 Yes. 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 Whoa. 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 Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Sorry for the delay. Hey, hey. Sorry. Whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Sorry for the delay. Hey, 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 hey. Oh man, sorry guys. I fucking took a fucking sip of coffee and I had a big ass motherfucking shit today, bro. Alexa, show front door. Can y'all hear me? Testing, 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 testing. I don't know what's going on. My dogs are barking. I think something got delivered. Did my food get delivered? Let me just check real quick, bro. I got some food on the way. Alexa, go home. Just trying to check my Grubhub real quick. Bro, I drank that coffee though, boy. Alexa, go home. Okay, thank you. Okay, no, it's not ready. Salutes to everybody in the building. We're 9 minutes late, so I'll make sure to add on 9 minutes to the live today. You feel what I'm saying? Salutes to everybody in the building. You know, back live once again. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thug thizzle with you guys and girls out there. And some news hit the scene. So I was like, you know, let me go ahead and hop on it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. I've talked about this before on several other channels. I've talked about this on my main channel as well. I mean, not my main channel. On this channel as well. Well, this is my main channel. On this channel as well about rappers and the rap gang. And we also, I mean, really, we're talking about hip hop in general because We got Slim 400, and then we also got the situation with Travis Scott. He finally did his first interview, so salutes to everybody coming on through. Salutes to everybody in the chat real quick. Let me give a little quick roll call in the building, you know what I'm saying? Salutes to everybody. Salutes to South B-More for being first. Salutes to Alberta for being second. Rico to Ocho. Yellow Boy. Chupa Me Vega. Haitian Drew. Retro 813. Trap in the building. Kalama in the building. Mo Kick. Sean Corleone. Brandon. Cody C. Prolific Ty. Owner. Lace Life in the building. Salutes, man. Salutes to everybody. Lil Var Perf in the building. Salutes to Nima in the building. Salutes to motherfucking Channel Chill Town. Channel Chill Town in the building. Mr. Perfect Knobster. I see everybody in the chat. I see all my motherfucking OGs in the chat. Salutes to everybody pulling up on an early day. I usually go live around 6. Today we're going live around going live today at 3. You know, I'm trying to get some shit early. I gotta eat, and I ain't gonna lie, I just gotta do some things today, man. Videos dropping too. So yeah, man. Let me see. I'm trying to think which way we want to go first, the interview or the Slim 400 thing. I think we'll go with the interview first. We'll talk about this interview that recently dropped. Charlemagne did an interview with Travis Scott. Travis Scott's first interview since the Astroworld incident. Let me play a clip of that. I'm not gonna play the full clip because I don't know how YouTube is and niggas be clapping. But we'll play something from E or something, I guess, or I don't know, shit. Hollywood Reporter. We got tons of people. We could just play, like, you know. I just don't trust these motherfuckers nowadays. Motherfuckers be wanting every bag. I don't mind sharing the bag with you.
And the thing is, like, you know, people pass out, you know, things happen at concerts. But something like that, it's just like.
Stressing, you not late.
Travis Scott breaks his silence on the Astroworld tragedy in his first interview since the Houston festival on November 5th that killed 10.
So, you know, I watched the video, and I'm actually gonna put I'm gonna put it up here for y'all to look at. We're not gonna do the whole thing, but it has 1.2 million views right now. The comment section is flooded with the fact that Travis Scott said the word "you know" about 500,000 times. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I say you know, I say and we all do that. But definitely Travis Scott's forte and specialty is not talking and doing interviews, in my opinion. That's why, I mean, and Travis Scott never tried to be that, nor has he ever tried to persuade that. Travis Scott is a person that speaks through his music more so than just on a typical interview like this here, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, so I'm not gonna...
I just didn't hear that. You know,
So he talks. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll probably leave a link down below in the description to the video. But we're going to just talk about the interview if you already have seen it. If you don't want to be spoiled, then feel free to stop, go watch it, come back and watch this a little bit later. But I watched the video, the whole entire interview last night. And I think first things first is that at this point, Travis Scott, I think you should no longer do any more interviews at this point. I don't think, regardless of how it looks and how his emotions is, I know there is some sympathy. There is some he feels horrible about the situation. I don't think there's a possibility that he just does not give no fucks about the situation. Is there some damage to control going on? Is he trying to save face? Is he trying to continue moving on? Of course, you know. But at this point, I think you said enough and you tried to do enough. And by you continuing, I know that you kind of can continue to show. I kind of think it's starting to hurt him more and more. This interview, of course, like I said, the more and more interviews, just with anything, even with my own YouTube, right? And one of the things I get critiqued for, the more you put out, the more you get critiqued. There's a lot of sneaker YouTube guys that do sneakers, the bigger guys, bigger than me or in my range, that don't do these where we just talk on podcasts. They just do their YouTube videos on sneakers, and that's it. You know, someone like me who does that, and then I come on a whole nother side, a whole nother channel, and do my talks on topics and opinions and all that. I open myself up to criticism. I open myself up to people that not like me because maybe they like my reviews, but they hate what I say here, so now they no longer like me at all. The more and more you say, the more and more you allow yourself to get critiqued, you get opinionated, and you allow people more and more to give, to have us feel some sort of way about you. And I feel like with this interview in general, this interview is going to be picked apart, and it already has been picked apart insanely. You know what I'm saying? From this, he's asked several times whether or not does he feel like he is responsible. He does not say he's responsible. He never says I'm responsible. He says he thinks at this point that he wants to find out. Is my dog up here? I keep hearing like a dog breathing. He says he wants to find out how to do better and how to move forward. And one of the reasons why I understand he won't say that he's responsible, nor will he blame fault, is because he's in an ongoing case. It's kind of like when you get in a car wreck with somebody, right? You're never supposed to say, my bad. Even if it is your bad, even if you hit the back of the goddamn car and it's your fucking fault, you're not supposed to be saying, hey, it's my fault, my bad. You're supposed to just be like, get the number and go. Because once you admit fault, you can't take that shit back. The motherfucker in front of you could be drunk driving and did something, and then you hit them. The case could go a whole different way. So his attorney, and salute to Retro 813, his attorneys is not telling him to stay quiet, and that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that. I don't quite get that. I'm not understanding why his attorneys even allowing him to do this, to continue to speak for clarity. I don't know. I don't feel like these are helping the situation. In the interview, though, Travis Scott speaks on ways on how he could better these shows. And I talked to Zay about this actually before I went live. Like, Travis Scott mentioned about doing wristbands, which could read oxygen levels or heart rates that could alert people and let people know. He's trying to think of new ways to fix these things moving forward in the future. And I definitely am a person built on stop talking about the problems if you don't have the solutions. I'm about a solutions person. I'm not a problems person. This is a little bit more extreme in my opinion for the fact that people have died in this incident. And I don't feel like there's a way to really, for some people, they're not going to be able to get past this. So, you know, it is what it is. I think that Travis Scott definitely is a person to blame here. I definitely believe that his team is a huge thing to blame here. And the people that ran the show, you know what I'm saying, which is I would think is his team is underneath him. So, you know, it's going to be a tough one for him as far as case wise. And I think we're going to kind of go along with that. We'll make sure to follow that story as it unfolds more and more. But when you actually think about it, like when you actually break it down to its like detailed, right? Travis Scott, the person, the individual, not the company, not the mass. Him as an individual, it's hard to blame it just on him. But his company, his team, his production and all that, which falls under him because he's paying all these people, they are who you can really blame the most about. And what I mean by that is, for instance, I own Sample Industries, right? If I bought something, I don't even want to use this because I hate to say some weird story like this, but say we made a shirt and someone got the shirt and the shirt blew up on them. Me personally, Tony did not send that shirt specifically to that individual where that happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the sole individual that may happen, but it is my fault because it's my company that sent the shirt. You know what I'm saying? But me individually, I did not purposely, nor did I know anything about that. So it's like, or also like if I go to one of you guys' house and I'm walking in your living room and your floor caves in and I die. Like, it's not your fault, like you, but it's your fault as a whole, as the homeowner and all that. So it's like, that's how I kind of look at the situation. But I do blame it's a lot of people to blame here. I don't think though at this point it's about even pointing fingers. I think it's about letting the judge and the cases and all that sort itself out. Travis Scott has He doesn't want liability about this at all. Apparently, like he's pled not guilty, or he's pleading not guilty or something. I'm hearing things about that. Him not thinking that he's liable for the situation, and he's tried to pay for funerals. People have denied that, and I spoke about that before. That I think that people are denying it because they're trying to go for deep in the pockets. You know, they take money from him, then that could be used against them probably in court. Like, you took money from him though. You know, it is what it is. So, this is definitely a crazy situation, and as it goes deeper and deeper, it's definitely seeming more and more hard for Travis Scott to see how he would come back from this. He speaks on the raging, which in my opinion, I don't really agree. Like, the way he tries to speak of raging as like an art form and love and passion. I ain't never heard of raging being about love and passion. Maybe that's for y'all. I don't know. But when motherfuckers raging, nigga, that's letting out fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't see love energy swinging and hugging. I see niggas turning up, and rage is, I know, like, you know, hold on. Salutes to Gucci Lou, and I'm Gucci. Hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna show you something real quick. This is what raging is, in my opinion, and this is what, and I don't think this goes. I don't know. I haven't been to a Travis Scott concert, but I don't think this happens in Travis Scott concerts. But this is what a mosh pit is. This is what it emulates. This is what rage and all this stuff is trying to emulate. Let me see if this one's better. Hold on. But these niggas going crazy. Hold on. I'm not gonna play no music because I don't know what the hell going on. But these be the mosh pit. Like, bro, they be doing this type of stuff. Like raging, and this is called a mosh pit. Motherfuckers be, look at, they bucking on each other. Hey, they loving each other, I guess, right? That's the energy though. This cameraman's horrible as fuck. Look at this. This nigga get knocked out. Look. This is what this is. This is the original forming of these mosh pits and parties. And he's picking people up and stuff, but niggas is bucking on it. Like, it's like some goddamn deers are fighting or some shit. You ever seen the one where the nigga be kicking his shit? Look, they just bucking. Like, niggas is bucking. The fuck is going on over here? Now, I don't think that, maybe that happens at a Travis concert. I mean, we've seen the ones where it's more close knit, like it's not that much damn space. Niggas it don't even be that much space, but niggas they're showing love, Chris V, I guess so. They are showing love, helping each other up, but that's if a nigga did that to you in the public's eye, you're gonna swing on him. But the way he described it was like love and caring and like, nah, niggas is turning up, bucking in the club, you know what I'm saying, crunk music type vibes and all that shit. Like, that's what I see going on. And I saw something, I remember Zaya did a live about it, you know, and he even talked about it. Like, I think he talked about it a little bit, but one thing's for sure is that Travis Scott has incited violence in ways. I seen the video. I remember Zaya watching, but a lot of times, sometimes when I watch like Zaya's lives and even other people's lives, I have YouTube Premium. So I'll watch it, but have it in my pocket, or I'll have the phone over here and I have headphones on and I'm doing, and I'm editing, or I'm shooting, right? And I remember Zaya was showing a video of Travis Scott telling people to fucking like fuck security, right? I don't know, Zaya, if you're in the chat, let me know. But I watched the clip today that showed that full entire clip. I don't know if Zaya stopped it or not. I could be wrong. But the clip I saw was that they bum rushed the stage, and then Travis Scott switched up and was like, get off, get the fuck off the stage, you asshole, you fucking weirdos, get the fuck off the stage, you dumb, get off. So it's like, I've seen him incite this type of violence as well. or not even violence, but incite shit like that to happen as well. And it's just now I don't see him like in this interview. It's like he's not acknowledging it. He's not standing on it, in my opinion. Yeah, he got arrested in that. He actually got arrested for that too, for disorderly conduct. But in this interview, Charlamagne asked those questions, and it's kind of like, once again, the love, the peace, and all that. So, you know, I think overall he needs to stop doing interviews. Who to blame? Multiple people. You know what I'm saying? It will fall on Travis Scott at the end of the day. I think he's done the most he could do. There's nothing else he can do at this point. You can give all the money in the world. You're not going to be able to get the best. The best thing that you could do is time. Time is the only thing that's going to be able to fix this and let people let it coast out and go for what it is. But I don't think that there's anything else you can do. And I think you should stop doing these interviews, in my opinion, because it's only making them look worse and worse, and people are going to keep pulling up shit more and more. Let me get a quick little hookah break. I got a hookah coming in this bitch real quick, man. Smoke this motherfucker hookah one time. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I can't even play nothing. Hold up. I had some music, I thought, but my shit down. Hold on. But yeah, so do I feel like he's being genuine and all that? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to dissect his mannerisms and try to say, you know, he's not and all that. I don't fucking know, you know. But I think all in all, I think it's about time he just put that talking to the public up right now. Go to court, do his court thing. If he's found guilty, found not, continue to try to do his best as far as helping out the families. And then, you know, look into 2022, finding a way to get back in the game. Because I could tell, man, like, he's at a standstill right now as far as what he can do. You can't make him. He's like, I mean, he can make music, but you can't, like, show no music or nothing. It's like, he really can't do shit. Like, he literally has to just sit and wait for this shit to play out. Let me go through some of the chat real quick. Yeah, salute to Alberta. He said, interviews won't benefit him at this point. No, we don't know. Travis, tell us. Yeah, let's not forget the people that actually stampled over other people and had no cares about it to go get home without any consequences. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. The people themselves too. Definitely. Even the cops told him before the show was overcapacitated. He spoke on that too. He said something different though. Like the way he they brought that up and he was like, I forgot but he mentioned that part. Or somebody mentioned that part. Salute to Fire R was good. I feel like the kid's father should be held accountable. Yeah, he did. He was with his father. Yeah. That one's wild as well. That one's definitely sad. Let me start this hookah real quick. Let me get this hookah started. Sorry, y'all. I need a motherfucking hookah son. Yes, sir. Salute to Chris Troutman. But how do y'all honestly, chat, feel about this? Do you feel like that interview was an L or for him? Like, how do y'all feel like it helped him or hurt him? Help or hurt? Say it in the chat. I like to hear what y'all got to say about that. The media not ready to point a finger at the fans, though. The fans and the clients and everybody will never get their hands pointed at them. Like as a client, customer, you will never have they will never point the finger at you. As a fan, they'll never point the finger at you. It is what it is. That's like Fab. That's like us saying, you know, people that buy resale, we blame resellers, we blame Nike, but we don't blame the buyers. We don't blame the people that spend the $600 on shoes. We'll never blame them. Well, we might talk shit and say they're stupid, but we're gonna focus on the reseller. We're gonna focus on Nike. It's like that with everything. Suits the Tone Capone in the building. Help a little bit. What's good, Mr. Hannibal Lecter? No impact, Rico said. It will hurt more than it would hurt more to stay silent. But nah, he's already talked enough. How much more, you know what I'm saying? How much more does he have to continue to talk? You know what I'm saying? And Chupa Mavega said he had to speak to the answers, but he didn't give a good one. Wait, he had to speak on this. The answers he gave were no good though. So that makes me think then, like, it's never gonna be good, Chupa. So it's like he needs to just stop. He doesn't need to look at that interview and be like, all right, I need to do one more interview and try to outdo that one and then answer these questions. It's because it's gonna be a constant. It's gonna continue. They're gonna keep going over and over. You feel me? It's gonna keep going. Just one and done, that's what I'm saying. But we'll see. I mean, that was one and done there. We'll see if it comes back. You know, but well, I just looked on YouTube. I thought a new Spider-Man trailer just dropped, bro. I'm about to say, what the fuck? I'm ready for that shit too. On a side note, that original IG story he did was insane. It was stupid. It was horrible. It was definitely horrible. There's a lack of accountability coming from the fans. I have yet to hear from one of the fans why they continued the stampede once it started. Well, Derek, from my perspective and from my point of view, is once you start the stampede, you can't stop it because it's like a domino effect. So, like, think if we have a long thing of dominoes, right? And the first person pushes, you can't stop that shit from how it's gonna go. It's just got to go that way. So people in the back might want to stop, but it's already too late. And at that point, motherfuckers is falling forward. So it's either you fall forward too, or you start moving forward and stepping over people because you're not trying to be on the ground with them. And it just keeps going over and over and over and over and over. Do you want him to say, I fucked up, I quit music, you'll never hear from me again? Or do you want him gone? Me personally, Joey, nah, I think I just want him just to not say nothing at this point. He needs to not say nothing. He needs to continue to try to find ways, like he said, you know, solution and showing it. Speak through those things. Speak through the new technology or whatever he's trying to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. Whether it's maybe he could probably start a foundation off of some shit like this. Who knows? But like, speak through it that way. And then I feel like we'll hear some new Travis Scott music in 2022. I don't think he's going to go throughout the whole entire year. I definitely think he can't do shit until this case is done, though, in my opinion. Exactly, John. Wait, is that John or what? The link, I don't have a link, but I'll make a link. We can do a little bit of talk. I do want to get into the other part of this thing. We could do a little thing. I'll put a link in there. If y'all want to take a link and talk a little bit about this, and then we're gonna go into the next topic as well. So give me a second. Hold on. Here's a link if y'all want to come in. I don't know. I don't think that's the real one, Bertha. That's what I was asking. I'm like, that ain't the God, John, is it? I don't think that's the God, John. But if y'all want to take the link and speak on this a little bit, feel free. The fuck? Do I think that Drake slept with Kylie Jenner's room? I don't know nothing about that, man. I never heard about this being Michael McKinley. I never heard nothing about the $10 billion lawsuit. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, this is John. What's up with this last name, bro? Spank? You gotta fix that, bro. I thought that was a troll name. Now you getting kind of trolly, man.
Oh, no,
John
I'm not
Spank.
trolling.
I'm just saying, John Spank. You have people like, who the fuck is John Spank, bro?
Okay, I just put that there, but I'm not a troll.
Now I know you are,
Yeah.
John. When I saw John, I saw the letter J. I know it's orange. I know it's you, but the
Yeah.
Spank threw me off, and I'm like, what the
Okay.
fuck is that? I'm like, I'll try and see if this is the real John, but we'll see what's going on, man.
Yeah, salutes. First off, salutes to you, and as you know, always salutes to the chat as well. You know, there's a lot of good people in here. I think this is a very interesting topic that you're bringing up about Travis Scott, and I just want to give a couple of words. And you know, this is your platform, so I want to continue to hear from you. But I think you made a great point in saying that he should not be talking and he should not be doing interviews because it's not doing him any kind of service, right? At this point. And I think one of the things that he's got to be careful of is, the IG stuff, you know, that IG thing that he did immediately after didn't look good, but it was on his platform and he controlled the narrative. The last thing I think he wants to do is get on somewhere else where maybe they ask him a question and his answer can be misconstrued to where it looks like he is possibly blaming the audience for these issues.
Yeah.
Because that will then make him look completely heartless. It'll make him look callous. And then people will bring into the fact that, wait a second, you're blaming them for their actions, but you're the one that promotes those type of actions. Yeah. That kind of things can have ramification in court.
Exactly.
So I think he's got to stop. I don't think the interviews are doing him any kind of, like you said as well, any kind of service. And I think he needs to just let the court stuff play out and then come out after that. That's the best thing for him to do.
Hey, John, if you had to think at this point, do you honestly think like his lawyers are saying don't do this and he's like, no, I need to do this? Or you think his lawyers are like, man, you need to, go ahead and do it. It might be a good look. Like, what do you
honestly, Tony, that's a great question, Tony. I can't think of any situation where a lawyer would tell you to do interviews about a specific situation that you're going to court over that can cost you big time.
Yeah.
I can't think of any lawyer that would be like, go on these platforms, let them ask you free form questions that, you know, and then just answer them.
I think the biggest point, I think the biggest thing you said though, the most important thing you just said is that where you can't control the narrative.
Exactly.
You need like I like we appreciate, you appreciate, I appreciate these lives that we're all these content creators do, because I mean we kind of create, we do control the narrative in some sorts when we're just up here talking about ourselves, but when we allow other people like you to come on or anybody, we're allowing the narrative to be changed, whether it's through donations or through a person coming on. So that's one thing that's good about what we're doing here. But in a situation like this where you're going, where it's possibility you're going to do fines or I don't think jail, but this court, you don't, you're it's too risky, bro.
Yeah. Well, and again, like you just said as well, this is kind of a different context. This is all about discussion and open discussion and all those things. In a court case, you need facts, and it's all about facts, right? If it was about emotions, if it was about open-ended discussion, then then the lines of guilty and not guilty get super blurred. You understand? But when we're talking about facts in court, if he goes on a platform and they ask him a question and he goes, let's say he just responds, well, look, I don't feel like I was responsible for anything. These people got in, they crushed each other up against those things. They were the ones jumping up and down on the bodies, and they were the ones that killed. And then they say, okay, well, hold on a second. Let's replay the footage from the concert where you told them to do that. Yeah. Let's go back to your IG post and show that you told people these are the type of people I want to sneak the wild ones in. Yeah. I want to get them in so they can rage. Let's go back to your prior history as well with your concerts and how you encouraged this type of activity at your concerts. Well, one thing, what can he say about that?
Well, one thing is like what we were saying is that at this point, I'm not the biggest like guy that knows law, but it's some things is pretty easy to tell. But like usually when you are big or even first 48 motherfuckers will do something and talk too much to the police when they can literally say, I just need a lawyer, and they don't have to talk at all. You don't have to talk. You can let the lawyer talk for you.
Ooh, that pussy donation popping on a handstand.
The donation in the building.
John, do you think Cal should be a free man based on...
Hold on, what the hell?
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Oh my gosh, man.
John, do you think Kyle should be a free man based on the facts and evidence?
The fuck does Kyle have that anything that this man said Kyle? We're talking about motherfucking Travis Scott. Jason said, John, do you think Kyle should be a free man based on the facts and evidence? We'll let John
I have
answer that.
nothing to say about that.
Yeah, okay. You have
Zero.
okay, nothing to say about that? All right.
I have nothing to say about that.
That's what John has to say about that. Salute to Jason for the $3 donation. But the thing is that Travis has said so much. The prosecution don't even like, yo, we don't even need Travis to get on the stand. We got all this shit to play right here. That interview can be played in court, right?
Yes.
And all those words he's saying, that's all they can say. Well, you said here. He's gonna have to be basically say, well, I didn't mean this. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean this. I didn't mean that. Like,
yeah.
But it's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and you're bringing up a great point. But when he does that, when he says, I didn't mean this, I didn't mean that, I didn't mean this, they could then use that and say, well, your credibility is looking shakier and shakier because you say, now you're sitting here saying you say a lot of things that you don't mean.
Yep.
And then, that, again, all of those things work against you in court. And again, I can't think of one lawyer. Now, someone in the chat, I don't salutes to that person, said that, Travis's lawyers came out and said it was all him. Because again, I can't think of one lawyer that will tell you to go and do interviews about, a court situation or a legal situation that is still, ongoing, or even because they're still, doing investigations as well, figuring things out of what was exactly going on in certain spots. You're talking about an investigation that's ongoing. Police lawyers will tell you not to even talk about that stuff. So I just, it's just kind of a head scratcher on why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And to some people, just him doing these type of things in the public opinion makes him look guilty.
Yeah.
Because you're scrambling around and you're doing all this stuff. So it's just tough. I just wish he would just, he could do what he liked, but I think the best thing for him to do would be not to do anything at all and just let the court stuff play out and then come out after and, speak whatever.
The only time I would have recommended him to do what he did is if he was going to come on and say, I'm guilty, I fucked up, I'm ready for whatever comes next. That's the only time. But it seems like he's coming here, unfortunately, to defend himself in a way. It seems it's like if you feel like you are guilty, you are wrong, and you want to fix it, the best thing to do then would come out and say that I'm wrong. If you don't feel like you're guilty, you don't feel like you should be liable, then just shut the fuck up. Don't go on interviews saying that because it's worse. Just let it play out because, like you said, and then once they get to the point where your credibility is done, that's when the prosecutor can shape the fucking story however they want to. Because whatever you say next, we can't take your word for it, bro. We're gonna let them just run this shit because your words is not matching up. So whatever the fuck they're telling us, we're gonna start believing this prosecutor now.
Yeah.
Because your words is not adding up. If your words add up, then we can stand on your defense. But his defense is looking really crazy right now.
Yeah, it does. So, I wanted to touch just a little bit on that Slim stuff. I know you're going into it.
Well, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and lead into it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And again, this is your platform, and I respect you. I want to thank you for just giving me a little bit of time because that's really why I wanted to come on. And first off, rest in peace to him.
Yes.
My thoughts are with his family, and all his loved ones. And it just sucks to see another man of color go down like this, especially with all the people, that we've lost this year. And I grew up with so many guys just like him, guys that were talented, guys that had an opportunity to, get out of, the ghetto, that get out of the streets and go do other things. And somehow they just always got caught up in situations like this. And that's why I urge, and I've talked about it multiple times with different people on different platforms, to just stay away from the gang life and stay out of the streets. I always urge kids and anyone listening to stay away from that stuff because I'm telling you, nothing good comes from it. Zero. And it's the same thing that everybody says. You're always going to end up either dead or in jail. That's the only two ways it's going to go.
So I got a question for you first before we guys. We have 123 in the chat. Can we hit that like button? Get that thing up to 100. Can we get it up to 100? It's 124 in the chat now. Let's get it up to 100 at least for your boy. Okay, just hit it. It's real easy. Just a little thumbs up. Hit that thing up. We can't see the dislikes anymore, so fuck them. Hit that like button. We can see those. Now, John, I totally agree with everything you said. Something that runs in the back of my mind a lot when things like this happen, especially with the amount of rappers that are getting killed, right?
Yeah.
Let's be 100% honest here, right? Is there more deaths going on with rappers now than ever before, or is it the fact that social media and its standards of being somebody makes it to where there's more available rappers to makes it where it's more people able to be killed? And what I mean by that is, for instance, what I'm trying to say is the news, right? The news looks horrible now, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that people can pull out their phone and then that's a new shooting that can go on the news network. Back in the 60s, you only was able to get the news that was able to get, shot on camera, or news didn't spread around as much. But nowadays, rappers, the rappers that were getting killed in the 90s were the big time rappers. But all this independent rappers, we never really knew about them. Maybe people in the local cities did. But nowadays, these independent rappers have platforms and bigger audiences because of social media itself. Do you feel like there's an increase in violence and in deaths in rappers, or do you feel like the news and social media has made it, basically it was 50 big rappers in the 90s. Now there's 1,000 big rappers in the 2021s. And a lot of it has to do with social media and the accessibility to people to be able to see these people and see them live and see them on camera. Do you feel like there's an increase, or is this more people? You get my question, John?
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
Okay, so let me break it. I'll break it down one more time. So in the 90s, there was Tupac, there was Biggie, Jay-Z, the big time professional recording artists. And we were to name all the rappers and artists, and let's say that time, maybe there was 40 of them or whatever. Nowadays, in this time, there's over hundreds of rappers that's going on. People that you might not know about, but they're big. They're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views in Atlanta, in LA, and New York. So when you have more people that are put in the spotlight, the amount of people that are going to die are going to increase as well, because there's more people out there. So what I mean is, like, if there's 10 people in a room and one person dies, that's not a lot. It won't seem like a lot. But if you have 100,000 people in a room, there's a good chance that 100 people might die. And it seems like bigger. It seems like it's going on more in that 100,000 room because of the more deaths there and the more spotlight on there. It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of tough. Chat, do y'all get what I'm saying? Let me know. But go ahead, John.
Yeah. I think I get what you're saying, and so I'm gonna give you a 2-part answer.
Okay.
Okay. So one of them is when you talk about music, you talk about rappers like back in the day. Well, because you know. Tony
Alberta said it. It's a ratio due to social media. That's what it. That's yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you're Tony Digital 4K visual. So you use technology constantly.
Yeah.
Like that's your thing, right? We see it in your videos. We see it in your overlay right here. We see a lot of things. You also do music as well. And I know that now it's much easier to do music now than it's ever been.
Exactly.
You can literally make a hit song. You could get a iMac or whatever and, press a couple buttons and lay, whatever. It don't even have to really be engineered, mixed or mastered very well. And you can go and it could be a hit record. We've seen so many guys do that. How many people do we see now that, are running around calling themselves rappers or saying they rap? And it's just like, well, when did you start? Last week?
Okay, so you're getting it, John. You're getting it. Basically, you're saying exactly. You know how to articulate better than me. You got me. Okay, no. But basically what you're saying is, yes, back in the day, it took way more to be a rapper. Now it's nothing. So when you have an increase in that amount of people, those people that die is going to also increase because they're all labeled the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I also think that, so like I was saying as well, and again, I think we're all articulate, we all speak well, everybody in the chat, you as well. I think that, so when you have that type of increase, in the ease of access to music, of course, a lot of people are going to do a lot of things. Now, what I do think that social media does shed light on everything, everything. If you look at things that happen out in the world now, there'll be a situation where people are in need of help. I remember there was a woman on a train, and I'm not going to speak, very, plain about this. So I want people to listen. There was a woman on a train that was getting attacked by a man. She was assaulted. And instead of, other men on the train stopping the assault, they just kind of stood there and watched. And they also filmed her as well. There's people that do that now. So instead of, there's situations where things go on and a lot of people just pull out their phone because they're so worried about posting it on social media. They want to get those likes. They want to get this. They want to get that. So when you have social media being utilized like that, and then also as well, the rappers today are also utilizing social media to promote themselves as well, right? So you have situations where you can make music really easily. You don't really need a record label now anymore, where back in the day they were necessary. You needed them to blow up to that level. You don't really need that anymore. You can do everything independently as long as your social media is good, your IG or whatever else it is, because I'm not big on social media, but whatever else it is, you can blow all of that stuff up on your own. So that's why that's why I think we see those issues. But you also have to remind yourself as well that a lot of these guys are they're touchable, they're reachable.
Yep.
A lot of these guys, look at what happened with Slim. He was in a neighborhood that he had been in, his family was there.
Yep.
Everyone had been there. He's very easy to touch and to reach. Where back in the day, it was kind of hard to get to the Biggies and Tupacs and all those guys.
Exactly.
They were up in all these places. These guys are right there with you. And then again, you see them on social media. You may see that they have, quite a bit of clout or followers and all that. And again, I always tell people that where you see, a lot of success, you will also see a lot of hate.
Exactly.
You'll see people that just want to get rid of you just because.
Yeah.
Just because. And so I think a lot of those things, kind of boiled over, and that's what ended up happening. Again, I'm not getting into specifics of, because there's a lot of rumors about what happened. I'm not here to talk about any of that stuff, but I just think it sucks to see somebody go down like this. I hope I answered the question, because I kind of I felt like that's where you were going.
Yeah, definitely. I think another thing on top of that, John, that we got to point out is that it's more than ever now. I would definitely say one thing that was not going on back then that's going on now is Pac and then was talking that shit, but Pac wasn't like really walking that shit. Like Suge was the nigga that was really putting in that beating niggas up. But like these rappers nowadays got bodies, are killing people, talking about killing people, talking about who they killed, gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac wasn't even a real gang. He was affiliated, with that. But like you said, like nowadays, a lot of rappers that are rapping are affiliated with gangs and involved in shit. So they're like literally talking about what they're saying. So when you look at it, it kind of goes back to what I think I might have mentioned before, but I mentioned like as being a rapper a death sentence, and a lot of people in the chat said no, it's about the type of rapper you are. Yeah, we don't see this going on with, rappers who don't really rap that stuff. I mean, there's a couple, XXX was not really banging, but he got killed by getting robbed. But it's a lot of rappers. There's a few rappers who have died who don't. But people said I think somebody in the chat also said when I said that back then that like X did rap about violence and all that, which I mean he had a little bit of things here and there, but you don't see it happening much to the artists that don't talk about that type of stuff. So that energy is that energy.
Yeah, and you also got to look at some of the things that these rappers are tied to, and I spoke to it just a second ago. When you're in gangs, and if you are really about that life, and again, you can go back and watch Slim. Slim lived that life. He was a guy that was really out there. He was really in the streets. There was no faking the funk with him. He was about it, and you could see that not just in interviews, but outside of interviews. He was very honest about who he was and what he had done in the past and all those things, right? So I think when you look at that, that's another side to the coin as well, because it doesn't matter how much success that you have in your career with music or whatever else you're doing, whatever you've done in the street, those guys there, they don't care about that. Even if you put your hands up and say, you know what, I'm done with this gang stuff, I've made it, I'm ready to move on, that doesn't matter to those dudes that you did something to, or to the dudes that they've got family that you did something to as well. They don't care about none of that. There's no getting out of that, so you still have to be held, they're still going to hold you accountable for what you had done. It doesn't matter how old or how far ago that was. They're still coming after you for that. So there's a lot of things, again, that clash with that too. And like you said as well, the rappers of today, these guys are, a lot of them are literally rapping about things that they're doing because that's how they see you can get on. Again, back in the day, there were some guys that was really about it. Eazy-E was really about that. Yes, and that's not, he has a long history as well. Suge, he had guys behind him. It's been very well documented. The guys behind him was about that as well. But I think a lot of stuff back then, the industry kept a lot of other guys, a lot of the money makers separated from the drama because they understood he's the money maker.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big thing about 6ix9ine. They were, a lot of people said, well, you know, yeah, he was involved with the gang stuff, but why did they have him involved with gang stuff? He's the guy that's making the money. He should have never have been involved in that. Well, that's what industry will do. The industry will say, okay, yeah, you got a street buzz. Okay, cool. Keep the street guys in the street, but you need to stay here in the office and make this music and make the money. Well, now, again, because there's no industry, you know, a lot of that industry stuff is getting wiped away. You got people doing, you know, exactly what they would do without coaching, without industry, you know, being involved. So I think that's what we're seeing there.
I think that like a good example of the old ways and how it's good is like Drake. You know, Drake is like he's light skinned like me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hurting nobody, but he got Jay Prince and people behind him that, you know, do what needs to get done. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake ain't finna go do no stupid shit, but he'll hit up Jay Prince and then it gets situated how it needs to get situated.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So like and Fab, you said who's Slim 400? Slim 400, he's a rapper. Isn't he a comedian too though? A little bit.
I don't know.
I think he's been a comedian. I heard Fab, one of the big moments that you possibly remembered is back when 6ix9ine went to where he went, like the Staple. He went somewhere and Slim was out there about to fight 6ix9ine. It was some situation that happened with that, and Nipsey. It was like a lot of like little things that was going on in that situation. But Slim 400 is a close friend. Also, I think he might be signed under YG. I'm not the biggest Slim 400 fan to try to seem like I know everything about him, but I remembered him from that incident that happened with 6ix9ine as well. So, you know, it's definitely sad. You know, we don't know the full context of the shooting. The shooting actually is on YouTube. I'm not gonna show it, but he was sitting outside a car at a family.
That pussy popping on a handstand.
You never know these days. I heard Little Dicky was a gangbanger and people are after him.
What? Salute, he got kicks 214. You never know these days. I've heard Little Dicky was a gangbanger and people are after him. Little Dicky? I'm talking about the dude, Salute, he got kicks. Little Dicky. Is that the guy that my dick is big as your crib, your dick, like isn't that who that is? Or not, wait, is that Astroworld? I don't know what the fuck is one of those, but yeah. Can we get confirmation in the chat? Is that Lil Dicky's gangbanging? I didn't know that shit. But it's sad, but yeah, he was outside his they said it was saying his father's house, and a guy just walks up. And just starts dumping on him. Then Slim jumps out the car, tries to grab the gun, and is holding on to him, and he's still just shooting him, and Slim is holding on to the man, and that was it. I mean, then this guy got shot 9 times before. Like, it's just crazy. He was a good friend of Dolph as well, so it's like, it's a lot of, man, LA got a lot of shit going on. A lot of people in LA been getting clapped.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, I mean, we've all read about it, and again, there's a lot of, you know, could be a lot of reasons for that. There's, you know, financial situations that we know people are going through because of, you know, what's happening out here in the world. I'm not gonna say the word because I know things get sticky, but you know, there's a lot of financial issues going on around here for a lot of people. There's a lot of anger, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, going on. And I think that's what we're seeing here. But it just sucks to see somebody go down like that, especially again, like you said, he was, you know, at his family's house, just there to kind of, you know, chill and hang out, and then this ends up happening. So
Mo Kicks, you said, why is it sad? He's in a better place, right? It's sad because there's people that's affected except besides him. He could be in a better place. God willing. He's in a better place. But his family, if he has kids, his mom, his dad, his brothers, they're that's sad what they have to deal with losing someone, because I know how that is.
Also a child.
Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Dominic said, tell me you're from Atlanta without telling me you're from Atlanta. Hey, man, Club Libra is one of the best clubs ever in the world, man. Ever made, man. I love Club Libra. I used to go there as a teen and as a grown up. But yeah, man. Yo, MS is in this motherfucker putting out goddamn conspiracy theories. I think that's the same guy, that was talking, who be talking that conspiracy talk a lot. He said Mac Miller is Sam Smith, Eminem is Tom Green. I don't know. I don't know about that, but yeah, man, it's a sad. To me, like I said, back to what I was saying, it's a sad situation as far as how it can be fixed and all that. Yeah. I don't really know, man. It's like once you get deep into this shit, there's gonna be retaliation always on both ends.
Yeah, it is. And again, people are gonna, of course, people are gonna do what they do in the streets, and we all, are hearing rumors and things flying around. I'm just, I hope that there is no more blood that's gonna be spilled on the ground because of these issues. Because again, generally, it's gonna be more people of color taking out more people of color.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just like, this has been going on for I don't know how long now. And again, where have we gotten from it? What good has it done us? It's to me, I don't want to see any more senseless violence. But again, there's a lot of talk about what's going to come from that. Again, my thoughts and prayers are with his family and his child as well. He has a young child, and that sucks that, the child is going to continue to grow up without a father. It's awful. It just affected so many people. So it's terrible. But
Tone Capone said no, the PLBM was there where no social media back in the days. The rappers was doing real shit. There was not video on it. Please understand that, John. These are facts. Tone, if you want to take the link, you can come in and chop it up. Let us know what you're talking about. More. Trollmageddon was good. What somebody that said something as well. I think I was gonna say, but yeah, like once again, as I always said, we got to hold ourselves accountable, not say, because a lot of people would say, like, after this situation, we'll blame, like, the white people and these record labels are the ones behind it, pushing the violence. We are the ones that are taking that money and continuing to push that violence. If money's on the table and people want to take that initiative to go get it, and they know that this hate shit spills, like, yes, there's record labels that are going to promote it in a way by putting money in it, but it's our decision whether or not to take that. Whether or not we want to do that, we want to go that route. We have to be held accountable and hold ourselves accountable for that and the shit that comes out of our mouths and the shit we say and the music we say. So, I think that's the number one thing. Unfortunately, that's what sells right now. That's what people want to hear. And it is what it is. Go ahead.
I don't think that's necessarily true, though, because there's other artists that put out great music and, they're not out here, claiming to be constantly involved in gangs. You look at Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is not a gang member. Kendrick Lamar puts out excellent music constantly. He puts out a lot of great albums.
Yeah.
So
Salute, John.
Salute to you, Tom. Salute to you. But he doesn't do the killer bang bang shoot 'em up stuff like that. So and there's other rappers out there as well. Common, all kind of other rappers, Talib Kweli, all these guys. And I know there was the older guys, but there's some younger guys as well that put out great music, and they're not bang bang shoot 'em up, kill this guy, kill that guy. I'm a gang member. I'm this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It's 100% fact. But I just want to comment on the thing you said. The rappers was doing real life things. You understand what I'm saying? It just wasn't no camera or social media or anything like that. If there was social media, rappers like, I don't even want to mention their names, but they would be in jail. And if your favorite rapper from the 90s, they would be in jail today. If there was video cameras or social media or anything like that, while there was the hottest songs was going out, including Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So thank God there wasn't no social media. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing they really had was CDs, as far as like French Montana. You know what I'm saying? These guys who record stuff in the club and they'll put it in a CD, and that's how you really see what was really going on behind stage or what was going on at that time. You understand what I'm saying? So they was doing real life things. From Noriega, CNN, Mobb Deep, my boy Blase, Boot Camp, MOP, you name them. They was doing real life things, and that's why they was being respected during the 90s. Jay-Z included, Beanie Siegel, you name it. They was doing real life things in these streets, and unfortunately they got themselves into trouble here and there, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no social media or YouTube or anything like that at the time when these guys was doing real things on the street. So just like you said, Eazy-E, I'm pretty sure everybody from the West Coast, including Pac, he wasn't a gang member, but he was affiliated, and he was really real. He was a real dude. Like, he came to Brooklyn, he came to East New York, he came to Brownsville. So it wasn't like he was not a real dude. This guy was a real dude. Seen him with my own eyes. You know what I mean? In these streets.
I'll say one thing. that I would agree with you on. And I'm trying to find it, but there's a thread on Twitter. I found.
Ooh,
Hold
that
on.
pussy popping on a handstand.
Hold on.
He's speaking facts. Back in the 90s, you could rap about it and just have to worry about snitches. Now everything is being recorded. Might as well call it snitchial media.
Salutes to
That's
Ronald.
true.
He's speaking facts. Back in the 90s, you could rap about it and just have to worry about snitches. Now everything is being recorded. Might as well.
Yes, yes.
One thing I will say. Salutes to Ronald. I don't know what Ronald that is, but one thing I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. But I found a thread on Twitter that went through all the murders in between Suge Knight and Diddy, and there's a lot.
Huh.
There's a lot of people that died between the West Coast, like a lot of people we don't even know about. Bodyguards, homies, best friends
Yes,
that died
man,
between
yes.
that. A lot, like 10 people plus.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something. A lot of people got hurt, cut, shot, all kind of things happened in the 90s. It just wasn't brought to the spotlight because there wasn't no spotlight to bring it to. You will only have these cocaine DVDs and, you know what I'm saying, French Montana and all these other people that's recording stuff and really, you know, giving you dialogue of what's going on in the streets. Because they will be in the streets. You know, they'll run up to Jimmy Jones and all of them uptown. And, you know, there was like, you know, Fat Joe was in the streets for real. Like, you know, this was going on in the 90s, bro. And real life things was happening. It just wasn't no social media. So this is why, you know, people won't really, unless they talk about it, you will never know that things happen. That's why we got something like Drink Chance and all these podcasts that's coming out with these things and interviewing these old rappers and they would let you know. But if you didn't, you know, if they didn't say anything, you wouldn't know anything because there wasn't no social media.
Damn, I gotta find this fucking thread, bro. It was like a, hold on.
Yo, that thing you saw last night, Tony, man, salute to you, brother. Yo, bro. Oh
Yeah.
my God, man. I don't even want to talk about it, man. But
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
yeah, that joint is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, son. I was just over there too.
Yeah, we're talking about the thing that happened in Puerto Rico. That shit is crazy, man.
And you know what's
That's-
crazy is
yeah.
that when I traveled the whole island when I was there, right? So the thing is about these parts and sections, like it's like a downhill, uphill, but there's no police nowhere around there, son. Nowhere around there, son. Like there's some towns you go into, son, you won't even see a cop, bro.
They be
You
undercover.
understand what I'm saying?
They undercover.
I didn't see nothing, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I seen one cop on a horse, you know what I mean? But you know, like where area I was in, man, I didn't really see them that much, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm it's like Santo Domingo. It's like any of these part of the country that you go to, son. You're not gonna see as much police, you know what I mean, as you see in New York City or any of these big cities in the United States. You're just not gonna see it.
Yeah, I saw that video as well, and I thought that, you know, those guys, they came to do a job, and they were going to finish the job. It did not matter what was going on there. They came by, and
I'm Spanish. I'm trying to listen to it. It seems to me I'm gonna listen to it again and give you more detail of what because the fat guy seems like he's saying something to the guy sitting down, you know, and he's telling him something, whatever, you know. Then he's showing him his gun. The other guy's showing his. I'm strapped, blah blah, whatever. So, I mean, something big happened there. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was very done very professionally, especially again with the first car. You know, that first car that drove by him, but then for them to finish up with that second car.
The second car, he didn't even know. Yeah,
they didn't even know that the second car was there because the second car had pulled in to where you couldn't really see anything. So,
but you see, if you see the whole video, the red car already went by. You heard? If you see it, there's a red car that came by.
Yeah.
That same red car came back. Like he's pointing in my eye, they did, all right, and he came back. That was vicious. Yeah. Salute to you though, Tony.
I appreciate it.
Look, I didn't. That was something to watch, man. Like, yeah.
But salute to y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. Salutes to everybody,
Yes,
man,
sir.
and salutes to the chat as well, man. Y'all have a good
Salute,
one.
John, man.
Salute.
Good to see you, man.
Peace.
See you. Good to see you. All right,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah, but like I was saying, Tony, back in the days, like, you know, like I said, man, there wasn't no cameras out like there, you know, like that. So, you know, these rappers was doing real life things, you know, and these are just facts, bro. You know, that's what I want to say.
All right.
All right, I'll be in the chat.
All right, bet. All right, let me see. So yeah, man. You know, so I social media has played a huge role in the culture we live in today, the things we see today, people that get killed, like you said, a lot of things. Let me make sure. Social media, man. It is what it is. Social media has made everybody available in some sort of way or exposed something about you in some sort of way, and that's what kept leading to it. I can't find that thread, man, unfortunately, because it was like a long thread on Twitter I found a couple years back, and it was like so many people. And like I said, with Slim 400, we don't know what Slim 400, that Indian Red Boy. I think they're like in the same gang, or like I know they're both Bloods, but I think they might have been in the same gang. I could be wrong, but we don't, and then Nipsey, and then like it's just a lot that goes in between all this shit. It is a gift and a curse. What's up, B1? You know what I'm saying? It's been a huge list of rappers we've lost, and a lot of it due to this gang violence, this gang culture. The things that are on the internet, the beefs that never die, regardless if you want in or out. It is what it is. Guns. Yeah, when in guns are already in circulation, stopping production. Well, that's the main thing. Is like it takes somebody dying and in that game being like, we don't want to do it no more, or someone's family being like, we don't want retaliation, and that's just not gonna happen. It's at the point now where it's just not gonna happen. People want to retaliate. People want to make people feel that same pain. So, it is what it is on that. Fucked up situation. Salutes to King Cam. What happened in Puerto Rico? Massacre. A big massacre, Cam. Salutes to see you back over here. Some drive-by shooting, and I mean Draco's fully automatic. Crazy shit. But hit that like button, man. We got 151 in the building. 151 in the motherfucking building, man. I need 100 likes, man. We need 100 likes in this thing, man. Like I stated, though, Travis Scott, make sure you stop talking about this and move forward. And rest in peace to Slim 400. It's a lot going on.
Ooh,
yeah.
that pussy popping on a handstand.
Shit, hold on.
Tony, come watch me paint.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Tony, come watch me paint my windows next on the 07
Whoa.
Charger. After that, you know, #fuck me.
Oh my gosh, Salutes to Rum Reviews in the building. Come watch me paint my windows next on the 07 Charger. After that, who know? #fuck me. Painting the fucking windows? I don't think that my man Ron gonna do that, bro. Do not do that, sir. Fuck. Speaking of that, though, I do need to get some tents pretty soon. God damn. Paint the windows. Salutes to Drizzy got soul in the building, man. Paint the motherfucking windows on the 07 Charger. Hey, man, them Chargers about to go up. Them Challengers about to go up in price pretty soon, especially mine. They about to end that SRT shit. They about to end all them the motors and shit, start going over to electric. So them motherfucking old schools are about to start costing a little bit of money. Whew. Yeah, man, let's get them likes up, man. We got 143. We had 79. I need 100 likes, man. 100 likes. Come on, man.
What more do you want from me?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cam, I'm not going nowhere right now. I don't want to go nowhere anytime soon. I've been wanting to go back to Puerto Rico. I'm straight. I'm not going back to Puerto Rico. I wanted to go, me and Nicole, I ain't going, no cap, before the whole Dolph thing, we wanted to do a little trip, like a little, like, me and Nicole wanted to go, like, to Nashville or Memphis or go, like, to South Carolina or something. We were thinking about doing that, too, but I'm like, man, it's just too much shit going on, man. Now this new motherfucking coronavirus, like, I'm straight on all that shit. LA right now, they telling motherfuckers don't come over to LA, tourists, to stay the fuck away from LA, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to shut it down from Chicago. We ain't got enough likes, man. I ain't got enough, man. Zaya drop.
I done held you down, light skin.
I'm holding y'all down, man. I need 100 likes, man. But shit is getting crazy, man. This world is getting crazy, bro. once again, is it social media is just scaring us? Is the world not as crazy as it is, and we're just seeing more and more and become more and more insensitized to the things that are going on? That definitely could play its role as well, you know. But one thing it can make you do also is appreciate your own world, appreciate your family and your home and your house, and trying to build off that, you know, so that you don't have to deal with the crazy shit in the world. Because I can't lie to you, man. In this motherfucking world, the more and more people you interact with, like when I look at shit, bro, I be like, I as much shit I go through, bro, I'm just happy for what I'm dealing with, my own problems, because it could be much more worse. People hate you for things you don't even know. You're doing good, motherfuckers hate, you know, and it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I should go to Alaska. It's cheap. Shit, man, it's fucking too cold up there, boy. It's too motherfucking cold. We need two more likes, man. I'm about to end this motherfucking stream, man. But yeah, man, I think that's about it. I told you I was gonna go 10 minutes over because I was 10 minutes late. We had an hour and 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this motherfucking thing up. And I don't know if I'll go live a little bit later on, but I'm definitely gonna come back live again, maybe tomorrow. Talk about some shit. There's a lot of things going on. If you want me to talk about some certain things, make sure you guys are joined up and in my Discord. Get in my Discord ASAP, Rocky. Be a part of the 2 Wild fam. Pop up in there. Hit me up on Twitter. D-Money. I'll probably have him coming on soon. Obeys Life. Hit that motherfucking like. Twitch tonight. Yes, definitely. And join on that Discord. ASAP Rocky. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all as always. And yeah, I'm gonna hit that, man. I'm out. I gotta wait a little bit because if I hit the end live, it like cuts it off too short. Big Perm in here trolling. All right, I got you, Big Perm. I went live for you, man. I love y'all, though. I'm out. Peace. I gotta wait a couple seconds, though. I should be good. My bad, Chicago. My bad.
Ooh, that pussy pop.